Hello there and welcome to another edition of Did You Know Doctor Who, or what you may or may not have known about Doctor Who. This time we're going to have a look at one of the most famous stories, a missing story mind you, Evil of the Daleks. I hope you enjoy. This is the first appearance of the pupil eye for the Daleks. However, this was technically a mistake. The filming location was a place where many Doctor Who props were held, including a macro model. The Emperor's guards had their domes painted black on the day of filming, meaning the paint was still wet. There were two Emperor Dalek models, one at Ealing and the other at Lime Grove. The one at Ealing was destroyed for filming, while the other survived, and was still around even by 1996. This was meant to be the final ever Dalek story. Even the ending with all the Daleks dying and being the so-called final end was to indicate this, but their popularity meant the Daleks would return in Day of the Daleks. In fact, Timothy Combe was literally called by Sidney Newman to not kill off the Daleks. As such, the ending scene has a light flickering from the wreckage. Patrick Troughton was on holiday during the filming of Part 4 and had to film his scenes beforehand. The production wanted Samantha Briggs from the Faceless Ones to be involved, but instead created the character of Victoria as a backup just in case the actress didn't want to appear, and, well, she didn't appear, so Victoria was used. Technically speaking, this isn't the first time the Dalek Emperor has appeared in Doctor Who, as the Dalek Emperor appeared frequently in the comics before, but this is its first on-screen appearance. Working title was simply The Daleks, but this was changed for obvious clashes with the first Doctor story of the same name. This is the first 7-part story since Marco Polo. This is the first series finale to feature the Daleks. During the destruction of Dalek City, many of the Daleks were in fact toy Daleks. According to Deborah Watling, the Dalek operators would prank her by using the plungers to upskirt her or to touch her butt. Fraser Hines considers this to be one of his favourite stories, and wants to see the whole story return one day. There were plans for Molly Dawson to become a companion also. In 1993, Evil of the Daleks was voted by fans as the best Doctor Who story. Surviving footage of the Dalek destruction was a mixture of the test footage, fan recreation, and the original surviving footage. In the original script, the Doctor and Edward Waterfield were to travel back to Earth in the year 20,000 BC and retrieve a caveman named Og, from whom the Doctor was to deduce the essence of humanity. The Daleks' plan was to eradicate this quality from every generation of man, thereby eliminating Earth as a threat. Meanwhile, Jamie and Victoria were just to be held hostage on Skaro. And that is it for today. I hope you enjoyed. I've seen a recreation of Evil of the Daleks, and I have to say, Evil of the Daleks is one of the best Dalek stories out there. I genuinely really love this story. Everything about it is just so good. The whole idea of the Daleks trying to figure out the human factor to try and eliminate their enemy, but then in turn getting twisted by the human factor and becoming docile is quite humorous, but also pretty effective from the Doctor as a whole. I genuinely love this story, and I think this is one of Patrick Troughton's best stories. It's certainly understandable why a lot of people consider this to be one of the greatest Doctor Who stories out there. It's a shame that it's still missing, except for episode 2, but who knows, maybe one day it will be found again. I hope so, because Evil of the Daleks is just so good. I hope you enjoyed this episode, and I'll see you next time.